So, remember last week I told you about my day one of my Pune solo trip? The temples, the history, the walking. Well, buckle up because day two was a completely different vibe. It started peaceful and introspective but ended with me watching a horror movie at 3 am with a bunch of strangers. And honestly, that's the beauty of solo travel. You never know where the day takes you. I am Khushbu Udeshi, and if you missed day one, pause this, go watch it, then come back. Trust me, the journey is better when you see it all. This morning in Pune hit different. While my hostel was in the heart of the city, my neighborhood felt like a secret garden that time had forgotten. Look at this. These aren't just houses, these are stories. Some of these beautiful old bungalows have been converted into hostels like mine, while others still have families living there with their cute pets. But what struck me the most was the safety. This place felt so safe for anyone and everyone who wants to travel solo and live in a hostel. Welcome from Pune, day 2. So, I have gotten ready for the day and I am stepping out to explore Pune and go to some wonderful places to have some delicious meal because I know Pune has some really nice spicy food. Besides that, I am also going to explore certain touristy areas and apparently there is some marketplace that I can also go to. This is where I am staying in Pune. It's one of the most top rated hostels in Pune, and if you google them you'll find two locations for this property. So this is the name of the hostel, which is Hostel 99. I am staying at the Lux bungalow version of it, and they have another one which is called Prime. I chose this one because apparently they have a lot more activities around here, and they have live music and everything with their community people at this particular location. Also, right now it's quite calm and quite peaceful, as you can see. So let's get started with our day 2 in Pune. All right, now the morning walk was done. It was time to feed the soul and the stomach. I'm heading to Chitle Bandhu, and guys, if you know, you know. चितले बंधु यहीं पे जो नज़दीक वाला है. So they go by meter over here, so you don't have to really worry about anything. एक यहाँ पे 2 किलोमीटर में भी है ना नज़दीक में. हाँ, वहीं पे लेके चलिए. Hey, just a quick pause. I have something really important to tell you. A part of my earnings go to animal welfare. So with every like, share, support and subscribe, you are helping the animals too. So let's make a community and not only explore the world but also make it a better place. Come on. So here we are at one of the outlets of Chitle Bandhu, which is a very famous snack eatery place here in Pune. In 1950, two brothers, Raghunath and Narsiha Chitle, had just moved from Mumbai to Pune. Their father started a small milk business back in 1939, but the brothers, they had bigger dreams. They bought a 500 square feet shop on Bajirao Road. They started Chitle Bandhu Mithai Wale. Bandhu, that literally means brothers. But here's what blows my mind. In 1970, they introduced something that would change everything. Bakarwadi. Now, Bakarwadi is originally a Gujarati snack, but the Chitle brothers Maharashtrianized it. So here we have Prajakta and Poonamji from Chitle Bandhu, and today they are going to tell us about this place, its speciality, since when they are working here, and everything in between.
यहाँ पे स्पेशलिटी चितले बंदों की भाकरवड़ी, स्पेशल चिवड़ा और आंबर बर्फ़ी है. और इनके बहुत 175 ब्रांचेस हैं. ब्रांचेस है उसकी। हाँ
75
75 ईयर्स हो गए चितले बंधू को। बहुत सब आइटम्स है चितले बंधू के, पण स्पेशलिटी भाकरवडी है और आंबा बर्फी।
अच्छा, तो आज मैं वो ट्राई ज़रूर करूँगी।
यस,
एंड ये आपका ऑनलाइन भी प्रोडक्ट मिलता है?
स्विगी जोमेटो
ओह दैट्स ग्रेट। एंड सिर्फ पुणे में कि कहीं और भी आपके प्रोडक्ट्स मिलते हैं?
सब जगह पे है चितले का।
अच्छा, थैंक यू प्राजक्ता जी, आपसे मिलके बहुत अच्छा लगा एंड आपकी स्माइल बहुत क्यूट है।
थैंक यू।
ये 150 ग्राम से 125 ग्राम्स, ये वाला आई थिंक 125 है। सो यहाँ पे हम आएंगे तो हमें ध्यान रखना है कि ये सेल्फ सर्विस एरिया है, बट प्राजक्ता जी मेरी हेल्प कर रही है क्योंकि मुझे कैमरा पकड़ना पड़ रहा है। सो मैंने लिया है यहाँ पे ढोकला, ये कुछ 250 ग्राम्स है।
हाँ
250
250 ग्राम से 225 ग्राम्स।
225 ग्राम्स
125 ग्राम।
125 ग्राम्स एंड 225 ग्राम्स का आपको यहाँ पे ऑप्शन है। दिस ढोकला दैट आई हैड विद स्वीट चटनी वाज एब्सोल्युटली डिवाइन, सॉफ्ट, फ्लफी, परफेक्टली स्पाइस्ड। सो ये क्या है, आप मुझे पहले वो बताइए।
ये हमारा टोकन है।
ओके
बाहर से कस्टमर जो भी स्वीट लेते हैं
ओके
फीलिंग के लिए हमें वो यूज़ करना पड़ता है। कितना ग्राम है उसमें समझ आता है हमें।
ओह, तो मैंने यहाँ पे रोज़ काजू कतली ली है और ये मैं पूरा यहीं पे खाने वाली हूँ, जिसमें आई थिंक 8 पीसेस है। एंड काजू कतली सबको पसंद है और रोज़ मेरा फेवरेट फ्लेवर है। सो लेट्स ट्राई दिस। दिस इज सो गुड। कंफर्ट फूड, वेरी गुड, बहुत अच्छा है।
ये भी लॉन्च हुआ है बींच बार।
हाँ,
तो
हाँ।
आप ट्राई कर सकते हो वहाँ पे।
ओके।
जसं बीन्स बार कोल्हापुरी भडंग,
हाँ हाँ, तो इसकी क्या खासियत है?
ये अभी नया ही लॉन्च किया है। ये कोल्हापुरी भडंग है,
Okay.
स्पाइसी है थोड़ा सा। और इसमें शुगर थोड़ा सा ही है, बट बाकी
दिस इज सो गुड।
ये मुंबई भेल है, ये लाइट चिवड़ा है। और ये कोल्हापुरी भडंग और ये मिलेट कैरेमल है, इसके बार्स बनाए।
ओह, ये ऐसा है।
यस राइट,
तो मैंने अभी ये ट्राई किया,
यस कोल्हापुरी भडंग।
बहुत अच्छा था। After satisfying my sweet tooth, I headed to a place that's been on my bucket list for a while now, Aga Khan Palace. And guys, the way to buy tickets now, it's just a QR code that you need to scan. So convenient. The moment I stepped in, I was hit by an overwhelming sense of happiness. The families were having picnics. Children were playing. Locals were just relaxing. It was such a great vibe. But beneath all this joy and laughter is a history so profound it gave me chills. In 1942, after Mahatma Gandhi launched the Quit India movement, demanding freedom from the British rule, the Britishers imprisoned him here, not in a jail, in this palace, along with his wife Kasturba Gandhi, his secretary Mahadev Desai, and several other freedom fighters. This museum showcases their personal belongings: Gandhi's iconic spinning wheel, his letters, the room where Kasturba ji took her last breath in his arms after 62 years of marriage. Walking through these rooms, reading these letters, I felt the weight of what they sacrificed. Not just comfort or wealth, but time with each other. Moments they'll never get back. And then I looked around at these families, these children playing freely, and I realized this is what they fought for. This freedom, this peace. After being so emotional, I needed comfort. And in Pune, comfort has a name: German Bakery. So, German Bakery has been a Pune institution since 1988. It was started by a German traveler who made German bread and continental food, which became a hit not just with foreigners but also with Punekars. Now, here's the thing, German bakery is always crowded. Always. I managed to snag a table for one, and honestly, sitting alone in a busy cafe felt empowering. Not lonely, not awkward, just peaceful. So I got their famous frozen hot chocolate, which sounds like an oxymoron, but trust me, it works. And their pasta, because carbs are love. The frozen hot chocolate did not disappoint. Rich, creamy, chocolatey, like a hug in a glass. The pasta was so good, but also so much that I had to take away the rest. Solo traveler problems, right? Too much good food, not enough stomach space. I sat there for a while, just watching people, couples on dates, friends catching up, and I realized something. We're all just trying to carve out moments of happiness in our regular lives. And sometimes those moments happen over a frozen hot chocolate at a crowded cafe in Pune. But the night wasn't over. I was stuffed and I wanted to walk it off. So I headed to FC Road and oh my god, I was not prepared. This street is insane in the best way possible. FC Road, officially Ferguson College Road, is basically Pune's youth central. It's where students from all nearby colleges hang out, shop, eat, and just exist. The energy here is infectious. Endless stores selling trendy clothes, accessories, shoes, all budget friendly. Street food stalls every few meters. Cafes blasting music. It's like the entire city's young heartbeat is concentrated in this one stretch of road. And then I found this stall selling jamun shots. Now, they sell them only in pairs, 2 shots minimum. I asked if I could get just one since I was alone, and they said no, company policy. So I'm standing there solo, about to down 2 shots of concentrated jamun juice when I'm already stuffed. I gulped down both the shots, which were actually delicious, but so much. And then I continued exploring. Sweet shops, colorful flowers everywhere, flower vendors with gorgeous bouquets. So I took this little boy dressed as Gandhiji to shop some pair of shoes because he insisted to get one. And then I was finally exhausted but so happy. I headed back to the hostel and I thought my day was done. Little did I know, the best part was yet to come. But when I walked in the living room, there were a group of people I had never met, all gathered around the TV, about to watch a horror movie. After the movie, these guys suggested we play pool. Now, I had never played pool in my life, but these beautiful souls taught me, patiently, with zero judgment.
That's it.
Impressive.
And we all talked so much about life, about career plans, our backgrounds, our cities, about Pune, and so much more. These strangers from different cities, different backgrounds, different stories became my 3 a.m. friends. And now I'm on my way back to Mumbai. Back to my regular corporate life, Monday to Friday grind. But I'm taking back so many memories with me. And also a reminder that adventure is always available. So that was my 2-day solo trip to Pune. Started with seeking blessings at ancient temples, walked through 300-year-old history, ate my weight in sweets, touched freedom struggle monuments, satisfied milkshake cravings, discovered the most vibrant street in Pune, and ended up watching a horror movie with strangers. To every woman watching this, every corporate girl grinding through the week, every heartbroken soul wondering if joy is still possible, everyone who's been told you need company to make memories, you don't. You just need courage, and guess what? You already have it. So here's what I need from you. Comment below and tell me what's your favorite part of this trip. Until the next adventure, keep exploring, keep healing, keep becoming, and always remember, you got this, boo.